Welcome to the Players Club. It's a beautiful day in February, and as most of you know, we're converting the greens this summer in June to mini verde. There's a lot of important steps that we need to do before that actual process begins, and one of them is to find the original perimeters of the greens, the original edges. And to help us with that process is Grayson Granger, superintendent on the Players Club. Grayson, you want to walk us through it?
Sure. What we have going on is in the summer when the bentgrass gets weak and the Bermuda's really growing, over the 14 years the course has been open, the Bermuda has grown over the bentgrass. So some places we have just a few inches and other places a few feet of encroachment where we've lost the true edge of the green. The only way to find the true edge so we can go back to it is to locate the greens mix, which when the greens were built was a mix of sand and peat. And we find the edge of where the greens mix stops and where the native soil begins, and that'll tell us where the true greens edge is, so when we do the conversion we can go back to the true edge. And Paul will show us how we do it here.
How far do you usually go down with that probe?
We get down about 12 to 14 inches. We got to get down far enough till we make sure we get a true measurement, because sometimes there'll be a little greens mix on top. But if you go all the way down like this, you see that's native soil. That's more of a loam, darker soil.
You'll know when you find the greens mix.
Oh yeah, you'll know. But you have to be sure and go deep enough so you know you found it. So you'll just move in a few inches and try again.
Now how many times do you think you'll do this around the green?
It depends on the size of the green. We usually go 5 to 6 paces. So it could be 15 to 20 times the green. Same thing here. We're still in the native soil, as you can see. So we'll move in. We generally start about 2 feet out from the green because that seems to be an average of how much we've lost over the years. So we kind of start there and work in or out. Like I said, sometimes it's 3 or 4 feet, sometimes it's only a couple of inches.
So you think we'll regain, what, 10 or 15% of green surface?
I would think so. Probably around 1/4 of an acre.
The big bonus to that is more pin positions.
Exactly. And there's your greens mix. That's the sand. You can tell it's just a coarser sand mix. So what we'll do now, we'll probe one more time between these two so we can kind of narrow it down a little bit more. Check down right here, right. Hopefully we'll pick up a few more pin positions by making the greens a little bigger.
I think you might have found it there.
Yeah, that's it. See,
Oh, yeah,
that's native soil,
absolutely.
and this is what I was talking about earlier. You'll have a little greens mix that got, sloughed over on top of the native soil when they were building the greens. But this is native soil, so this is not a true edge of the greens. We'll go back right behind where we found the greens mix, and we'll put a dot there. And what that'll do, that'll tell us where to go when we start the greens conversion, where our true greens edge is and where we can go back with the mini verde.
Absolutely. So another 10 or 11 spots around this green, and another 18 greens to go, and you got it.
That'll be it.
Fantastic.